and lichess.org. It's Sunday, so we'll be doing a simultaneous exhibition. As the screen says, 25-player simultaneous exhibition. I even spelled simultaneous correctly. 40-40 time control. You see here, host a new simul. In a moment, I'm going to open this host a new simul page and accept 25 players. We will take subscribers first, then regulars to the stream, and some additional players till we fill up to 25 players. The time control is standard chess. Time control is 40-40 with 40 extra minutes, a 40-40-40, you could call it. Random color, I like to do that because it's more fun. Let's make sure the stream is running okay. We've got no drop frames. It looks alright. CamCam5252 just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thanks for subscribing. Good timing before the simul starts, because I'm really apt not to see it if we get the simul going and I'm playing 25 boards. Oftentimes I miss a lot of stuff. But thanks for subscribing right away, CamCam. And let me know if you want to play. CamCam, since you're a new subscriber, I don't know your handle on lichess, so let us know. Let us know if you want to play. All right. Let us know your handle on the lichess. Okay, what's your lichess handle? And you have to actually go to the simul page and register. I don't know if you know how to do that. All right, I'm gonna create the simul here, guys. It is 7:01, so that's 7:01 European time. I'm usually based in Budapest. I moved across the ocean. CamCam's right in there, so he knows what he's doing. Let's take him first because he just subscribed. Regardless of how many games he has. No, he's got some games. Cool. I like to ask that everyone has, well, let's say 100, but at least 50. We'll say at least 50 rated games. Hi, I'm Marwa's dad. Marwa's dad can play. All right. Anybody who's the dad of Marwa can play. Galabote. Please just enter. Go ahead and you know, try to enter if you can. We'll let you in, even if I have to like make it 26 players. We can handle 26. Let's see, Marwa and his dad. All right, let's let Marwa in and check all the subscriber boxes. I let in Lord Jesus Christ. He's a regular Acerbate subscriber. You're absolutely welcome to play, Marwa's dad. Bob Sakamano, Jacob. We've also got a Discord. If you guys are regulars and want to join our Discord, Pub Sladgie. I put a picture of Sladgie up in the Discord. The real Sladgie, my ex dog. Move 11. Welcome, guys. Ruin is a regular. James, I promised to play. We've got Soltigo, Galabot. I'm terrible with French pronunciation, as Marwan knows. I apologize in advance. I took Spanish in high school instead of French. What can I do? I can't do everything. All right, take back Nefirov. Hopefully we'll have some places left over for non-subscribers. A couple of my other students wanted to play, but I don't see them. Parmenides. I guess he's still a subscriber. So now we got all the subscribers out of the way. One or two might come in, and we'll let you guys in. If you're late, Dineki says he is Dimitri. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I can't promise all the non-subscribers will get to play every single week. Clash Kid. But if you are a regular, Dimitri played the last several times. It's in your favor. You know, I would choose you over just random people. If you played games, you completed the games, guys. I just want to throw this out there. We have always every week one or two people who just like abort the game or leave the game or resign, you know, give up basically in the first 10 moves. And just have to know that this is a long game. I mean, it's 40 plus 40 plus an extra time for me to make it easier to manage. So the games can last 3 hours if they go really long. Just keep that in mind. Please don't register in the first place. I have room for 10 more players. Please don't register in the first place if you cannot finish the game. All right. So we'll take cosine Dimitri. Slicing bishop is actually, that's good to see. Like people who support lichess. I'm very, very happy about that. I'm also a donor to lichess. We had okay, this player from Poland. If you have enough games, I would consider accepting you. These new players. So he's got enough games. Doboziuska, if you're willing to play the whole game, just promise me, Mr. Coffee's a subscriber. Promise me that you'll play the whole game, guys. Raise your hands and say, I swear to finish the whole game. Well, anyway, all right. I don't know what that means, Bob. I hope this Simul gets more exciting than the 500. I'm going to start as soon as I can, guys. Slicing Bishop just challenged me to a casual. If you guys want to play correspondence, I'll do that sometimes. But I don't do 2 days time control because it's just too fast. It's too easy to forfeit those games. Slicing Bishop, if you want to challenge me later to 5 days correspondence, casual or rated or whatever, I'm happy to do that. But the 2 days time control I don't do. We have room for 6 more players. I'm not going to take a 2-day correspondence challenge. Just too easy to forfeit those games. If you miss, if you get away out of town for a weekend or something. All right. So, we've got room for 6 more players. Last call for subscribers, guys. Somebody's out. Too long control again. Kappa Morella. Okay, well, I only do long controls. There's no other way to simul. I don't play blitz simuls. Feels Capablanca, man. Abelian, you need to register now if you want to play. Alright, where is this guy? This is one of my students. You need to register now to enter now in the simul. One of my regular students. Alright, I told him to show up. He's here just about almost on time. But it's not letting me send this message. Got a little bit of a delay here. Otherwise known as lag. You need to enter now in my simul. Alright, let's go back to my simul. Well, we got 1,000-bit donation from Clash Kid. Clash Kid, you are in the simul, right? Looks like we got some lag going on. Alright, 19 accepted players, guys. We're going to start as soon as we can. Waiting for Abelian. There he is. Alright. And we've got 20 players. So now any other subscribers who haven't registered yet. Where's Lord Jesus Christ? I let him in the simul already. He's a regular. So got room for 5 more players. Again, I like to see people who subscribed. Thanks, Clash Kid, man. A very generous donation from Clash Kid. 1,000 bits. Taking Bob out of the lead. Bob, still you have the silver medal. You're looking good, man. Thank you, Clash Kid. Thank you, Bob. And thank you, Merrill Dixon, for your generous bit donations. We're going to get started here momentarily. I need 5 more players. So, Belian's in. I got room for 5 more. No other subscribers, I'm assuming. Let's just pick 5 players who have, say, 100 games or more. Feels Capablanca has 800. We'll take him. I've got room for 4 more players, guys. 5 more. 4 more. Up to 25. Okay. This time control, I'd love to play 50 players, guys, but I can't. I'll just simply start losing on time on all the boards. So I can only take 25 players. All right. What do we got? Let's hope some of these guys have... Let's see. This is relatively new account. Someone with some established ratings would be good. I can trust them. Players with more games, I can trust them to kind of not bail on the simul game. There's 600, 200. We'll try this guy, Sakaria. Trying to just pick some random guys, so, I don't discriminate. Horizon. Horizon has fair amount of games, mostly bullet. Okay, Slicing Bishop says he's out. Is he out? He's out. Is he out? Is he out? I don't see him in the list anymore, so he went out. Okay. 22. We got room for 3 more players. I took Horizon. Horizon's in the chat now. And I've got room for 3 more players. Last call for any subscribers. I'm about to start this thing. I mean, it says just take random. If I accept a random candidate, the problem is I can't take people who have like not established ratings. I don't like to see players without many games. They're likely to bail on the simul. So I do ask that you have like 100 games or so. Rehabilitant, that looks like a strong player. That's a new account. Viter. Not too many games. Let's try this guy from Turkey. Only 18 games. That's not what we want to see. Ermix. Ermix is new. Sorry to discriminate against these new guys. 67. I mean, I'd like to see someone with some games. Frutella, 67. Yeah. Max Demian. Okay, we'll take Max Demian. He had like 800 games. And then 2 others. Last call for anyone who's a subscriber. Acerbate, are you in the simul? Yeah. Okay, guys. Ray Mister. We checked him already. He's only got a few games. Vaikis. He's cool. All right, we'll take him. 400 games. And then DigiPlayer from Croatia. That's cool. All right. That gives us 25 players. Last call for anyone who's a subscriber. What about Nefidov? We've got Nefidov. We got all the subscribers in. Kozamernik. I played you before, nickname Chupa. Alright, guys. I can't take everyone. So, that's it. Alright, we're going to take it with 25. GCHQ. I've been watching the stream long before you started. GCHQ. Alright. What do you got? 100 games? You've been watching the stream long before I started. What does that mean exactly? How is that possible? Oh no, I just accepted something strange. I just accepted some strange thing. Okay. Let's start with 26 players. I'm going to play as fast as I can. I've been watching the stream long before you started. How does that work exactly? Alright. You're watching watching the grass grow. No, just kidding around, guys. Alright. I'm sorry I can't take everyone. I'm playing 26, but actually, that's one above the normal. Morwa playing my my own recent open move. Mr. Coffee. I'm gonna play G6 against him. So I apologize to those of you I can't, take every game. I'm playing as many as I can. Actually going over 25 to 26, which makes it much harder. Mr. Coffee's like 7th white in a row. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people with some stories about crazy color distribution in tournaments and stuff, or just offhand blitz games. People that posted forum comments like, oh my god, I've played like 19 blacks in a row, and the people in lichess basically said that is possible. I mean, it's not that likely, but it's possible to get like crazy runs of colors, and it's not a bug. Obviously, that couldn't happen in like a modern over-the-board tournament. Okay, so DigiPlayer played B3. We got a G3 and a B3. I like to just kind of go with D5, Bishop G4 against all of this hyper-modern stuff, just to make it simple. Mr. Takeback will play a G3 ourselves. And I can't pronounce Goldabote. I don't know how you say that in French. Okay, G3. G3. I played D5 in the other game. Let's try something for variety here. And E5. I think you should respond like how you would play white if you're playing like with colors reversed. If you're an E4 player, then G3, E5. If you're a D4 player, then G3, D5. So you get positions that are kind of familiar to you. Alright, Soltigo. So guys, the games can last 3 hours. I hope nobody drops out. I'm trying to mix up different sorts of openings if I can, you know, so it doesn't get boring. And that's why I like to play both colors. You know, traditionally, Simul givers like Move 11. Is Move 11 in the Simul? There he is. Speak of the devil. As Simul, Move 11 played Arkady Naiditsch at the Marshall Chess Club, and I mean in the traditional Simul, like the simultaneous giver gets white in all games, but it's kind of boring to play the same color, and I actually enjoy playing black. So for something totally different, the Sicilian. I'm not going to play the Accelerated Dragon against Move 11 today. He's just too good now. He gave me a really tough game last time. Lord Jesus Christ, very, very solid guy. I like playing G6 against the solid guys. Now, it looks like I got some serious lag issues. My internet connection here in the US is really spotty. I got no ping. I think I'm like frozen or disconnected or something. There we go. Alright, Lord Jesus Christ got to move instantly, essentially. I don't think the London system is so good, you know, against a flexible pawn structure. Where are my other games? Why is it not auto-switching? Man, alright. We got some serious lag going on. Let me see. What I can do, if I can turn off any other apps or anything like that. Try to speed up my computer. Try what I can to speed up my internet and make my computer run faster. Now Lord Jesus Christ with knight c3. If I played d5, he could play knight to b5 there. That would be kind of good for white, probably. So we just play in the standard Peart's modern stylus. You guys will see that there's some games that are going to take a while to get started. I don't really like the way that lichess alternates the boards in these simuls. It doesn't feel 100% correct. So there will be some people who are kind of late getting the game started. And I seem to have some internet, you know, lag. We have some definite lag. It comes in waves. It's like Comcast's way, our cable provider's way of getting me to sign up for like the most expensive possible thing, I think. Okay, Nefidov. Alright, so knight f3 c5. Doesn't seem the lichess system of alternating boards help you not to get flagged. I would agree, man. But I think my biggest problem is just general lag. It seems worse than last week. Off the top of my head. It's just really slow switching between boards. Just craziness slow. Feels really, really slow. I don't know. We'll get through it somehow. Move 11. Nefidov gets angry if you don't play the open he wants you to play. Here, the Italian game is coming. Provoking me. He's afraid of the Italian game. It's like me against the London system. The Italian game is basically the London system on the other side of the board, right? Playing an Alyokhin's defense. Almost every single board, it's like reconnecting, connecting, reconnecting. That's not usual for my Hungarian internet. Just here. Okay, Max Demi in another London system. But this is slightly different move order than the other game. Okay, I've got to move it along. A couple weeks ago, I did a 60-40 simul, which affords us much more time, really. What does Clash Kid play? Like Grunfeld? Slav? Some sort of hybrid? I've played Demetrius like 3 games so far, but I don't recall. It usually takes about 10 games for me to really start to get a hang of what people play. I have to pay very special attention to remember. The Pilsner Budweiser Gambit sounds good. Okay, take back. I've been scoring kind of badly in the English lately. Gotta work on this. Caro-Kann is an opening. It's like... I always wanted to play it since I was a beginner, but I've never scored very well with it for some reason. Got a bunch of G6 based defenses to D4, and I'm gonna try to play an E6 one there. Petrov's defense, very solid as well. I think, you know, the Caro-Kann and the Petrov are basically your most solid possibilities, more or less. Now here, is it my imagination? No, this is probably the only game where I have B3, right? I just hadn't played Bishop G4 yet. CamCam52, new subscriber. He's rated 1700. I've been playing a lot of G3. We'll stick with that. We'll stick with that repertoire. Against Jacob, I've got a couple G6, a couple E6 based setups. Now Mr. Coffee, kind of exploiting Mr. Coffee because I know he doesn't want to play E4. And I did this with a lot of strong Vietnamese players for a while in Hungary. Some of them quite strong. They had repertoire. All of them were sharing the same repertoire with like the Trompowski. And if they played like D4, you could play G6, and they didn't want to play E4 because they only played the Trompowski. So you could kind of like mess with their opening repertoire. But eventually they picked up on it and they started playing E4. They only went along for so long. They eventually started to try to take advantage of my modern defense. Yeah, there's Huang Trong, who's a woman men's grandmaster, and then several other players that followed her path. Okay, Nefedov. Let's try something different against Nefedov, actually. Let's play knight c3. He's going to be really mad now. I just keep avoiding his Schliemann. Okay, Soltigo, mainline Sicilian, maybe? Okay, so Slav defense. I'll just play one of my many options here. How is Soltigo doing today? He's in the Simul, right? Gotta keep our wits about us. I take back... Did we play this before? I'm getting the strange feeling that we played this before. Sladgie, I'm not talking to you anymore. So Nefedov is mad about the... He's mad about me avoiding the Spanish game. I'm just trying to, like, you know, help yourself by probing your weaker systems that you haven't really worked out well enough, you know. I know that it's hard, man. It's like being a physical trainer or something. You know, we've got to work out those problems. So you're going to go to Hungary. Oh, not for chess, for the Formula 1. That's awesome. Yeah, Clash Kid, I know you're a fan. Every summer there's a Formula 1 in Budapest. It's not like in the center of the city. I think the track is a little outside of the city. Alright, I'm not going to be there. I don't know when I'm going back at this point. You know, maybe in September, maybe even later. I'm not really sure. So E3, kind of an unusual move from James. Well, Bob, that's entirely possible. But the rating wouldn't really make sense. We will see, man. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. So Bishop G5. Highly unusual move from Parmenides here. Going to a form of old Indian defense there. Alekhine's defense. I'm still not done my beer. Well, anyway, Bob, that's cool because he subscribed to the stream, so we'll give him all the benefits of a subscriber. Okay, e5, d6. Now bishop g5. Okay, bishop g5. I don't know what I'm thinking about here. Guess we really have to play c5. Give him the benefit of the doubt if he's really the same guy and he's subscribing. I don't know. I mean, I don't condone people, you know, cheating if they're subscribers or not, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. h3. But he could also just be trolling you, you know. I think we played this before. Now, against Bob Sacamano, I've played knight f3. We can't really get our most aggressive Austrian attack type of stuff going against the modern there with knight f3. For some reason, with move 11, I've almost played the accelerated dragon. I don't know why I pronounce it like that. Accelerated dragon every time, but I want to go to something like the rouser that he might not know quite as well. Okay, Jacob played g3. It's an extremely annoying move for me, for my repertoire. We can't play Queen's Indian. We can't play, let's say, Blumenfeld Gambit. I really don't have any options but playing the Bogo Indian. And it's not even technically that, because he hasn't played knight f3. It's a tough move order. Okay, Dimitri, this is, I guess, my only Caro-Kann. I've got maybe another one. 2 Caro-Kanns with black. Turkey Farm, what's up, man? So against Nefedov, we won't do bishop c4. I thought we'll mess with g3 here. A little Igor Glek system. Not that I know it very well, but we'll just know what irritates Nefedov and try to take advantage of it. Catalin. Catalin and Catalan are different things. Catalin is a girl, and Catalan is a region. Catalonia. We had a cat named Catalonia. Bishop g2. Okay, against Jeroen. Not easy to get an advantage against the Leningrad Dutch. We'll see what kind of Dutch he tries to set up there in the English. Troll with more subtlety. I don't see the point, you know, in the overt trolling. Anyway, mainland Petrov so far. Okay, Soltigo playing the black side of the Sicilian. That's kind of mainstream for you, isn't it, Soltigo? Again, sorry for the games that take a while to get started, guys. The lichess board alternation for the simuls seems kind of a little bit clunky. Against Mr. Coffee. Thanks again to Soltigo. I want to say thanks again to Clash Kid for the donation. Also, guys, I just want to mention the site that I've worked with in the past has asked me to help promote their offer on their site. Chesslecture.com is a video subscription-based chess learning site where you can get a subscription now. If you sign up at chesslecture.com, you can get a discount now for quite a significant amount. So they have a special until June the 1st. Where they're promoting 3-month membership for $15, basically $5 a month. If you like my stream, you'd probably like the site. I've created over like 500 videos on that site, so check it out. One suggested passport verification. lichess didn't seem to like it. I wonder what percentage, just for example, of Americans even have passports. You know, I mean, of course, it depends on what country you live in, but yeah, I don't know. All right, Horizon 1700. I'm going to go with like mainline Slav. I do play different stuff there. 2 Slavs in a row. Speak of the devil. Mirror image. I don't like it when the games are mirror images of one another back to back. Now, Digiplayer. I've never seen this before. This could get White in trouble. I have F4 here. F4. Strange psychic Freudian slip. He played F4. Are you software engineer? I wish I was, sir. D4, knight F6. Okay. It's the first time I've heard that. The London system. I can play C5 or castles, kind of interchangeably there. Now, Dimitri seems like a pretty good player. He's got 1 out of 3, 2 draws. Sometimes I like to play knight F6. Let's try it. Pascal, yeah, Pascal is a coding language. It's also, you know, the Latin word for Easter. Okay. Lord Jesus Christ. It is an original name. D4, D6. Okay, we'll just play the classical periods because I know that. And this. Pseudo-Catalan, Neo-Catalan. What do you call it? The Neo-Catalan. Catalan. Try to say it like a Spaniard. Well, I shouldn't say Spaniard. Catalonians will get angry. Say it like a Catalonian. I don't know. I've never been to Barcelona, and I don't know how to speak Spanish with a Catalonian accent. Bishop D2. I normally play A5 here. Some sort of ID verification. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, to be frank with you. But I can understand them not wanting the hassle of that. You can understand both sides of that argument. Kojal suicide variation. Now, who quoted that? You know, Kojal wrote a book not that long ago. I actually have it. Move 11. Zdenko Kojal is a Croatian grandmaster. He's a top-notch player. He's getting toward being a senior now, but player who would never ever go under 2600 in his prime. Okay, so Galabote just plays this. I was hoping for an English, but he played D3. We'll play reversed classical periods. Knight C3, the Nimzovich variation. I'll play my Ilinchich move. Very uncommon to play knight F6 there. Yeah, I don't do the Kojal thing. That requires an awful lot of knowledge. Let's just play E6. See, Bob knows everything. He knows everything about everything. Just ask Bob. Real Horizon. Yeah, the Horizon guy looks suspicious after 4 moves. Okay, Clash Kid. Maybe we'll go into some kind of sharp semi-Slav. I'm playing the Panov against Abelian. I don't know why I decided to play that. It was my old repertoire, actually. Glorious Bobby. Mingli. The internet's been just a tad better here for the moment. It feels like the lag isn't quite as bad as it was. And then as soon as I say that, it'll go to hell, but I can't even click on my name. What's the ping here? Wow, look at that. 1600, 1100. That was the highest. Just the moment that I said something, it went off the charts. The emote failed. Uh-oh. So E5. Move 11 is like booked to the gills here. Nefedov already regrets his move. It's kind of early to be regretting moves. Thanks for playing, guys. International Master William Paschall. Sorry for the lag. Can thank the great American internet provider Comcast Cable. They have a service called Xfinity. And if you don't have like the top-notch connection, I guess it's sort of bad. All right, so C4. Anyway, guys, thanks for playing and thanks for subscribing and for the donations. You can also donate to the stream, support the stream via PayPal. Much appreciated if you do. I had a donation from Niels this week. That was cool. A new donation to the stream from a totally new player. So much appreciated, Niels. Bishop d3 now. Quite an unusual move from Dmitry. Not a bad move. Or is it a bad move? Oh, I guess he's sacrificing a pawn here. Huh. You know, I play a similar line against bishop f5. We could transpose, couldn't we? Like bishop f5, knight takes f6. I don't feel like grabbing pawns playing 25 boards simultaneously. It's just too much effort. Playing kind of guerrilla warfare style. I'm not going to try to grab that pawn. Now, bishop c4 from Sakarya. I think this is kind of a dubious idea. We've got another semi-Slav. Two of them probably back-to-back there. Bot variation. Maybe. Now against Jacob, I had a game recently, I think, where I played d6, if I'm not mistaking it. We'll try that again. I played knight c6 before as well. You can castle as well. So move 11, I have lost some games in this line. Now I have a choice, though. I can play bishop e7 or a6. I think I like bishop e7 better. This kind of transposes back into a semi-main line. Okay, Asterbay playing the Benoni. That should be interesting. Not an easy opening to play, I will say, for black. My lag is pretty serious. Clash Kid transposing to, I think, a passive variation of the Queen's Gambit Decline, but it's playable. Even Grandmasters play that. I've got a number of games, kind of analogous positions. Take Back playing quite unusual, let's say, type of closed Sicilian. Let's try d4 here. That looks like my game with Leela Chess. That was a disaster. 2 weeks ago I played Leela Chess. And he actually, the guy running the Leela Chess bot actually subscribed to the stream, but I got crushed by that thing. He's like, oh no, it's really not that strong. Well, I certainly don't have a clue. Alright, let's see now. Against Max Demian. We'll opt for b6, kind of a classical double fianchetto. Now, here we should consider knight takes e5 against Lord Jesus. But I feel like that leaves him with the upper hand. It's not a ridiculous move. Knight takes e5. If knight takes e5, bishop takes e5. But knight takes e5, let's say, maybe bishop e2, knight takes f3. Alright, this could be a tough game. Symmetrical structure, white's a tiny bit better there. James, we've got a number of games that are almost identical. Mr. Coffee, James, some London systems that are similar to that. Here's a Queen's Gambit. Govan Kurt is now hosting for up to 5 viewers. I've just hosted William. Why didn't it show it? It just did. It just did. No Streamlabs. I haven't enabled Streamlabs on the stream, so I need to work on that. I do want to get that set up. Okay, knight c3. Mainline exchange variation of the Alekhines defense. I was working on how to play the white side of Alekhines defense with someone recently, but I don't really like the exchange variation that much. Maybe I should just play g6 here with a solid king side. I guess e6 is more natural, though. We do have really bad lag, guys. I apologize. I don't know what to do about it other than call out Comcast. But it's not every stream. It seems like the simul stream is worse. Maybe all these games. I don't know. Alright. Bishop d3. Try not to make instant moves. Very important. Yeah, good to see you again, Govan Kurt. I'm in the United States now. I'll be here for the summer at least. Kurt is a resident of Budapest, my usual home city. I'm obviously not Hungarian by birth, but I have been living there for close to 15 years. Man, I have too many games that are almost identical to each other. This is crazy. Okay, so Belian playing the black side of Karakhan Panov. Nefedov said he regretted his move. It's always a good sign. I like to hear that from my opponents. Now, Vike, I don't know how to pronounce this. He's Russian. But it doesn't mean the name is Russian. Vicious. Vicious. Alright. Very solid position for white, though. Like, what am I supposed to do here? We have a bigger center. Alright, I've got to move it along, guys. I'm taking my time a little bit. You know, it's kind of luxurious time usage, but I have to move a little bit faster. G3 against the Najdorf, I don't know very well. We're going to do our best there. Try to keep Soltigo in a positionally based variation, let's say. Ah, so copying your moves. That is a known simul trick. Just try to make a really, really, really bad move, if you don't mind. And then we'll see what happens. Try to, like, drop a pawn or something. You can do a favor for you and me. Bishop d3. That looks like a correct move. Bishop a6 is a move I have played in the past. Recommended by Andrew Martin in a very old King's Indian book. Okay, James, with the kind of, let's call it Coley Kodnowski, except the bishop's not on d3. That is a really solid setup for white. All right, so this is an interesting line. Once I had this position against Jerry Henkin with black, I think. Let's try knight a3. Recommended theoretically. Jerry, not to be confused with Chess Network, Jerry. All right, bishop e2. What are we doing here? I don't know about this choice of squares. So I take back. I enjoy playing these kind of positions. Maybe I should play f3, like straight up here. I mean, this feels very aggressive, feels correct in a way. But also double-edged, because I'm attacking the head of the pawn chain. Should I drop a piece again? Oh, Clash Kid, your last game. Guys, just take your time. Looks like we're lagging really bad. It's starting to get kind of out of control. There are like no other devices in my house running. I don't really get it. All right. Knight on bd2. Max Demian hasn't played h3 yet, but I don't feel like playing knight h5 per se. Pretty standard Reti versus the London versus the Reti. Reti Ricard. Hope I didn't blunder there myself. So against James, standard stuff. I've had that against a number of players. And here, this Alyokhin, consult Mr. Nefedov. It's excellent with pronunciations. Kind of a language expert. Recently started playing again after about 12-year break. God, man. That is a long time. I'm going to go with a4 there. Don't know the theory well enough in a g3 Najdorf, but I've watched Alexander Ivanov play it enough times that hopefully I'll remember something that I learned by watching him play it. Okay. Galabota played knight on bd2. I don't think that's like the most dynamic way of playing, but what choices does he have? I could play e4. If I were white with colors reversed, I think that would be more feasible. Jeroen playing for a stonewall. I think we're going to get a stonewall, and it won't be the first time. There are other options. What are the other options? What are my other options? Allowing d5 and d4. I've seen some weird games like that. Don't really like that option. Okay, Parmenides. What should I do next here? I don't really know what to do. I mean, rook e8 looks like a kind of standard move. Maybe I'm threatening e4. And move 11. We're at absolutely mainline territory, I guess, after this move. Anyway, guys, for a 12-year break, well, I mean, it kind of depends on your level, I guess. That's not an easy question to answer. I mean, I would imagine you would need a lot of work getting your tactics back to speed at that point. I would think the tactics would be the thing that really gets rusty. Queen c2, g6, rook e8, bishop g4. How about bishop g4? This looks like an absolutely standard position. But I don't really play the Aliokin's defense that much, so I feel kind of awkward. I guess bishop f6 we can try. Bishop f6, then what? Bishop e3, then d5. Okay, h3 here. Lord Jesus Christ, are you seriously considering not castling kingside? Just a question, you know. Just a question. If d5, d takes c5, is that a thing? d5, d takes c5, knight a6, c takes d5, knight takes c5, knight c3, and I feel like I'm just down a pawn. So d6 would end up in some kind of Gelfand playing black against... d6 would be like, yeah, let's try it. Whatever. It's like a Benoni. Normally I would play c takes d and d5 there against Mr. Coffee, but I thought I'd try something different. Horizon is copying. What if I play something different against Horizon? Alright, if he's going to copy you, I'll vary so that we can get out of that rut where it's like the same game. Bishop d3 is considered better in some sources, but I'll play rook c1 to be the first to vary. So Clash Kid with yeah, standard, semi-standard variation. Now Asterbay played e5. Check Benoni. This is cool. I haven't seen a check Benoni in a long time. Soltico with bishop g4. I don't really like bishop g4 for black. That seems like an important piece that's just gonna get kicked away. It's not Neffy. Haha. You check it up a notch. That's a pun. So knight e5 or knight b4. D5 looks like wrong to me. I mean, it seems like you should keep the tension with bishop e3. Not a terrible move. Nefidov, he says your opening theory. He's not opening theory, but he has a narrow repertoire, and he really knows what he knows, you know? And if you take him, he's not a theoretical expert, but you take him out of his prep, and he's not quite as strong as he is within his prep, so that's why I play a lot of different openings, to take advantage of players like that. I don't feel like I have much here against Bob. I should have some small advantage. We still got the lag with us, guys. Worst it's been in a while. Sakaria now. Bishop moved for the third time. That is a lot of bishop moves. Knight d7. This is basically like an exchange French now. I can also play bishop g4. That's probably the safest move. Absolutely standard stuff here. Maybe taking. Speaking of taking, I mean, if I don't take his bishop now, you know, what am I going to do with that knight on e5? This helps his development a little bit, but it does exchange pieces in a position where I'm like slightly cramped. Knight c5, anyone? It's an aggressive move. I'm black here. Kind of trying to take the initiative without having castled. Digiplayer resign in 4 moves. Put him on the blacklist. Or maybe something serious came up. If you guys have an issue, sorry for that bottle sound. If you guys have an issue where you need to leave the simul, just let me know, you know. Let me know, you know. Here I never really know what to do. We have to solve the issue of queenside development. And bishop f5 is just kind of a move. It's a reasonable move without playing b6 and weakening the queenside. Not really my favorite move. It's a very standard position against Max. But this is not a standard position. Jeroen just played a totally outside the box move, bishop d6. The snake Dutch. Totally new opening. Snake Dutch. The Dutch snake. Cool. Should we try to punish it with d4, d5 quickly? Now, Cam could have taken on a3, but he's already moved that piece, so there's some justification for not taking on a3 there, I think. e4 against Parmenides. It's a nice fantasy. If you want to lose a pawn, I guess that's a good move. Well, I mean, I guess standard moves like c6, queen c7, it's an old Indian, more or less. So Horizon. The Horizon effect. Don't want to exchange on d5 here because that would transpose to an exchange variation with my rook on c1, which seems a little strange. h3 might be a move. Queen c2 is probably like Capablanca against Alyakhin. Alyakhin Capablanca. I'm almost certain that this is one of the games from their World Championship match. After Queen c2. Alright. Dobos. Hungarian would be Dobos. Dobosjusk. Dobosjuka. My knight on b6 looks really, really bad right about now. I'm getting that back into the game. Just intuition. The knight has no future on b6 ever. Now a good Joseph Henry Blackburn style move there. To the other side. I could play c5, you know, and change the game. Anyway, guys, thanks for playing. Welcome everyone to my stream. Every Sunday I try to do a simul. Right now we're doing 1 p.m. The time might change for the simul in the future, so please stay tuned. Don't count on it always being at the same time. Okay, GC. We'll just call him GC. GQ we could call him. GQ. All right. GQ with the early c6 is very popular today, but it's generally regarded as not accurate for black. Okay, Clash Kid now. Queen e2. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with Queen e2. Soltigo with the direct approach. There's some question about where to place this bishop, I suppose. Some question. Maybe first I should get rid of the bishop. I'm not even sure if that's a good move. Wow, I take back is offering me a pawn here. Oh my goodness. So we take the pawn at the cost of not being able to castle, but I really feel inspired. I'm feeling inspired right about now to try to take this pawn. Just call his bluff. Nefedov with knight to d4, Rubinstein style. Okay, looks like an interesting idea. Well, let's say take knight e2, knight takes e4, knight takes d4. That's probably relatively equal. Okay, guys. Man, my lag is just ridiculous. can I get rid of this lag? Okay, the plan was to take the pawn, but I'm having second thoughts. I mean, maybe I should delay it, like knight h3, and then take it a little bit later. I could play something like knight h3, knight f4, with the intention of getting the pawn a little later, let's say. That's also good. I mean, even bishop g5 looks strong for white, to be honest. Any number of strong moves. On the other hand, just taking the pawn straight up, I mean, I really can't... I can't find, you know, how that's not okay for white. Slightly risky, okay, but let's do it. We'll have fun, if nothing else. So, 92 from Lord Jesus Christ. I don't normally do what I did against Mr. Coffee. I played d6, not my usual approach. Having said that, it's probably okay for black. Try something like bishop f5, I guess. I don't want to give up the e4 square to white here. A delayed Benoni can be dangerous. Gelfand lost some games like that. Now d5, I mean e5 breaking out. I'm moving to the queen side, playing on the queen side there, trying to get something going. a3 from James. Looks like a rather normal move. Man, this lag sucks. Morwa, I think I actually had this game against Daniel Friedman. d4 is a safe, very solid setup. I lost to Friedman in a game that kind of destroyed the tournament for me. Yeah, I agreed to play this game on an off day in a tournament where I was like +3 in a GM tournament. And the off day loss against Friedman, which I really didn't have to agree to, ended up like destroying my whole tournament. Don't be a nice guy and agree to play on your off day if you don't have to. Take the off day, get some rest. What are we doing? Playing it like a King's Indian, I guess. So here against Jeroen, I don't know. I thought I was playing for e4, but I guess I can't necessarily play e4. So it's just a weird stonewall. Dutch, wait, I was thinking about d5. Hey, maybe, yeah, let's follow through. Hey, maybe, yeah. Maybe he's suckering me into something bad, but I want to go for it. Okay. c6. I don't really play the old Indian. It feels very unnatural for me. So rook c1, kind of unusual from a slightly unusual move from Max Demian, but it's probably not bad. White is just playing pretty solidly here. The Dutch in the Kopeck system, exactly. It's a snake Dutch. The snake stonewall. b4 from Lord Jesus Christ. May weaken his queen side a little bit. White played this. Speaking of weakening the queen side, a4, not an unreasonable move, but he does weaken that square. Fortunately, I can't get a knight there, so that's not an issue. The bishop there feels awkward for him, though, driving the knight back. So Bob, I could exchange and try to play this ending. Try to play the slightly better ending for white with the king stranded in the center. And which way to recapture? E-pawn looks really boring, doesn't it? the recommended Spassky setup. Asterbay playing the Czech Benoni, old school. Old school opening. Don't see it a lot lately. Now Sakaria, he wasted like 2 tempi and still he's okay. Sort of funny. I want to stop Clash Kid from freeing breaks, so rook d1, there's a queen problem. A vicious. Threatening to win a pawn, that's not cool. Still a very solid position for white. About equal. What am I doing here? Take your time, guys. If you have more than 40 minutes at this point, chances are you haven't been taking your time. Now the tricky move, c6 from take back. Tempted to play knight c3. Just go back. Crazy, huh? I'm up a pawn. He has some compensation. Now e5 feels awfully logical here. a4. Looks like pretty standard stuff to me. Sometimes trading a set of pieces there is the best policy. But Daniel Friedman did not play bishop f4. It was definitely kind of standard knight bd2, rook e1, e4 thing. Here, I could play queen b6, I wonder. Provocative move. But how does he protect that pawn? I mean, b3 weakening his position. It's kind of weird. Now Galabote, just keeping the tension. I mean, it feels like I'm going to have to let this tension go at some point. You could always play d4. I mean, I guess there's an argument for this. Let's go with it. All right, better ending for me with the 2 bishops in the long run there. So Horizon. It's almost the same as the game with Clash Kid, except my queen is on a different square. Probably an actually worse square. It's better on e2. Trading one set of pieces here against Max Demian frees my position a little bit. Bishop f8. Delayed King's Indian. Anyway, welcome guys to my stream. We have a YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. If you'd like to see the streams later after they've been played, you can always check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I will upload all the streams over there. Bishop c6, anyone? Probably not. Once again, Clash Kid, thanks for the donation. Really generous bits donation today. A3, just defending his pawn. Now we kind of were leaning toward the king side. And some threats against Lord Jesus Christ king side with the pieces. Knight h5. Do have to watch out, excuse me, here for some threats with the bishop c5 at times. I haven't seen Nefedov's game in a while with the knight d4. Come on, come on. Abelian just took on c4. It's an unusual move, but I don't think that it's bad. It probably transposes to a Steinitz Queen's Gambit accepted. A rather like standard position that can be reached by a number of different openings actually. It may be better just not to castle here. I don't know. Maybe you could castle. Maybe I should castle queenside, but I felt that my king might be best in the center. Okay, now what? The million-dollar question. Okay, so move 11 is playing a variation here with f3 where he will go like bishop e3 and or knight b5. So rook d8, bishop e3, queen c7. The other question is a6. Yeah, rook d3, rook d8 has got to be the main line there. Hopefully he doesn't know that much theory, because I haven't looked at this in a long time. Never really felt it that comfortable. Okay, Dmitry moved his bishop again, which seems like a relevant kind of loss of time. He's still white, but obviously if he took on f5, I play queen a5 check. He moves and I take back, and it's relatively equal. So he's trying to avoid the exchange. Double-edged decision, basically. Not super happy about this move. Knight g3 with threats of knight e4 and knight h5. That's pretty awkward for black, actually. What's this player's real rating? Around like on just under 1700. Just disregard this 1273 though. Okay, I have to get my pieces developed there one way or another. So black with the initiative now here. But I don't have a lot of time to think about my moves, guys. We got to move it along. I'd really like to put some pressure on white's position, but it's not so easy to do that. Takes on c4 and c5. This is double-edged, to say the least. Why not g6? I mean, I feel like my dark squares are a little squishy there. I'm reluctant to play g6 in that Alyatkin's defense. Soft dark squares could get mated. That's why. Freezing here. Parmenides is pretty tough. His score isn't that good against me, but he plays tough games. Not quite sure what I should do here. Literally looks like a Philidor. We play it like a Philidor, I guess. Feels Capablanca, man. Okay, I expected this move from Nefedov here. And, I mean, it would be normal to exchange knights, probably. In any case, it just seems like a normal closed position. He must be angry by now with that. E4, huh? Should I try to play e4 or am I going too far? Feels a little bit over the top. I'm up a pawn against take back the central pawn. I think that's a dubious pawn sacrifice. Now, here, bishop a6. That was the plan. The man with the plan. Man with the plan is from the movie Things to do in Denver when you're dead. Isn't it? You guys know your mafioso movies? Do I even want to play Rook D8? Well, I don't want to get my stuff skewered, but Knight F4 looks kind of interesting. The other Knight to F4. Actually, which Knight F4 is better? I don't know which knight to put there. They all look good. All right. 94. Yes, I was concerned about this. Had I played G6, it would be much more so scarier. Well, he can't do everything. You just allow bishop c5. I know, but I have queen g5 threatening mate. Don't worry. We're all over it. Yeah. I've got it under control. Bishop d6 here, very aggressive. Bishop g6. Normally a Balian would put his bishop on like e7 or b4 there, but maybe he's got something. Maybe it's reasonable. I don't know. This looks like a kind of standard reversed Peart's King's Indian. It's still hard for me to understand how this guy lost 2 tempi and his position still seems like he's up tempi. Like, that is so strange. He literally like wasted 2 moves and it's still like white's a move ahead or something. I guess not though. I just don't really like playing completely symmetrical positions. It's just boring. Bishop d6. I don't know what to play. I wouldn't want to be like black against Wesley So or someone like that. Someone Turkey. Turkey. That was Grandmaster Suat Adalik. I always called him Turkey. Knight takes f3, bishop takes f3. Queen takes f3. Which way should we recapture here? Okay, so he's castling, and then we go to our normal Spassky approach. Okay, so move 11 played bishop e3. Okay, the other move there is knight b5 for white. He played bishop e3. This is a standard line. Pretty sharp, actually. Wow, I have ed, a takes b, dc, bishop takes c3. I don't know if I'm crazy about that. Interesting. So Abelian castled. I mean, what about bishop g5? Like, is that pin going to be a problem for black or not? It's an interesting question. He doesn't seem to be concerned about that. He also has queen c7 at some point. I don't know. But it seems awfully tempting to play bishop g5 there. I don't know what else to do. Knight d7. I'm trying not to get into time pressure. My plan was to play king e2. b6, knight h5. I'm not real thrilled about that, to be perfectly frank. Definitely non-standard Stonewall Dutch there. against GCHQ. I guess now exchanging on D5 is more normal, so to speak. We're out of here. Glad to have castled. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay, now this bishop on c1. If I play bishop e3, I have to watch out for knight a5. I've also got to watch out for d5. Bishop e3, knight a5. Not a really big problem, I think. It may be a problem to allow like queen d7. Nah, I don't think so. All right. Soltigo. No d5, buddy. So tempting to give up my strong point here, but what do I get in return? If I give up the strong point, I do have a4 type of ideas. We really need the castle. I mean, I definitely need to make that move. Okay. Again, it's like a Philidor. If it looks like a Philidor and it smells like a Philidor, it's an opening I don't play. Slight problem? I don't know. I just don't play the Philidor. Lots of pawns on the 4th rank. It's like a hippo. Hedgehog. Now, Lord Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Gotta go all in here. This really looks strong. Getting lower on time. Lord Jesus Christ has a massive amount of time. Bob's Discount Furniture. Not very exciting, but White's advantage isn't going anywhere. Don't know about... Well, he's copying me now. King on e7. Knight b5. How about knight b5? He has knight e8. What if we just try to take space on the other side with like g4, g5? Am I getting too frisky there? The horizon effect. Well, bishop f4. Bishop f4, bishop h4. I mean, bishop h4 looks more normal. Black looks close to equal there, though. Traded off our bad bishop against Vicious. b3. Still narrowly going here, opening-wise, against Morois. Maybe I should try to play a5, but I need to get my pieces developed. Turkey Farm. You also like that. Just trying to play principled. Jacob has the bishop pair, which looks pretty key, to be honest. What are we supposed to do here? Bishop d6. It's kind of a weird position. I should go here. I'm not convinced by this idea. Creative move by Feels Bad Capablanca Man. Rookie 2, getting out of pins and such. The problem is knight e4 starts to be kind of annoying. You know, seriously, man. I mean, what am I going to do about that? then my whole position sort of comes into question. I don't like that at all. Wow, maybe I'll just take. That doesn't feel right either, though. It feels like I misplayed that. Now, Mr. Coffee closes the center. Goodness. Goodness. 94. I don't know what else to do. Rook b8's sort of awkward. Thanks for subscribing, Cam. Thanks, everyone, for subscribing. So, castle. Now, Abelian playing the knight to break the pin. You know, leaving him with certain ideas. Rook d1 from Dobos. I don't think that does that much. You know, maybe Rook d4 is kind of a weird thing. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, let's just trade this. I take back just playing a pawn down. Maybe a tiny bit of compensation, legitimately. It's an amazing pawn sacrifice. But why not? My position's a little bit like loose. Just up a pawn. Alright, maybe, I don't know, maybe I stop the knight from coming into b4, enable myself to play certain moves there. Aster B played a6, but I don't think like Benko ideas work particularly well in that sort of position. Horizon with queen c7, that seems like a slightly strange move. I'll correct my queen. Now Cam, 95 looks strong. So Lord Jesus Christ just has a defense. I'm not sure that I even like this position anymore after that move. I think I'm just going to bail out. That bishop is too strong. I'm just bailing on this. The bishop is so strong on c4, it's going to kill me single-handedly. I have 94 here, but it doesn't really do anything. He's coming with b5. That's a very good move. So what should I do to circumvent that? Man, it's pretty tough. I'm running out of time and I don't know what to do. Maybe a4. Man, I'm not that thrilled about this. It looks superficially good for white, but I have no concrete plan. Man, that's kind of tough. We're going to lose a tempo anyway. Absolutely standard position in this one. I guess we could play f5. It's not a bad move, but it blocks my bishop. Okay. That bishop is not that good anyway. Come on, guys, take your time. If you have 35 minutes or more, you're playing too fast. Now I have knight e4. Bishop c3 could happen any time. The guy has a ridiculous amount of time. I mean, everyone's playing fast here. Soltigo, queen a5. Classic pawn trash compactor, knight to d5, right? Will we have problems with that, though? He takes with a knight, he loses. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight b4. I don't know, this is kind of risky. Got to move it along. Move it. Move it along. And I don't want him to get in like knight e4. What are we supposed to play? Queen c2. Knight e5 right away? I don't know. Let's just develop a piece. Great minds think alike. What's up? Was g5 any good? In my game with him? You guys are funny. g5. Okay, I don't trust Jeroen's position there. Against Marois. Bishop h5. Bishop takes. All moves are possible. Let's try to keep it simple. He offered a draw here. I mean, I'm getting kind of low on time, and Dobos has tons of time. White might be a tad overextended. Might be a tad overextended. But I don't think this is so clear. Alright, I'll give you a draw. Just because I'm getting in time pressure. I think it's unclear. I might even be better there. Maybe. I wanted to try something crazy here. b5. Against feels bad. Probably a bad move, but we'll try it. You got to try something. So we took a draw. We've won one game by forfeit. And then there's tons of games left. Saving my time for all these games. Clash Kid is really solid here. Queen f3 is an awkward move for me to meet. Eyeing the f6 square. Obviously my queen is misplaced. Now Nefedov with knight d7. There's no knight a6, knight c7, which is another plan commonly used in these lines. I don't really know what he's up to. I think I have a feeling, though, that I have an idea what he's up to. I don't know where that bishop belongs. Let's just play queen e2. Okay, guys. You guys are playing extremely fast, so it makes life a bit difficult. e4 is nothing special. And my bishop's not really well placed there on c4. Now Parmenides with b4. What is he doing? Playing this pretty well, I would say. I'm not used to playing the Philidor. Instantaneous move. No, I didn't get my move in. Okay, now Soltigo, he did a strange thing there. He didn't take on d5 with the bishop, which looks to me like would be the usual thing to do. No compactor. Now what, like e6? Clash Kid very, very solid here. I don't know what I really have no advantage. It looks like a standard kind of equal position. Things getting spicy there. Bob played h5, basically forcing me to push. This is your standard London system. Not very exciting. White and black doing a lot. Maybe, let's see, maybe bishop c6. Rook c8. Rook c8, queen b8. We'll see what he does. Mr. Coffee, I have very powerful bishops on the diagonals there. Now I'm forced to play f5. Sharp position now ensuing. This player's used very little time, as most of you have. Could trap your queen. I didn't even think of that. Try to take your time, guys. Bob has drifted a little bit. I'm not sure that knight d5 check does anything, does it? Sure it does. Actually, Bob could be in trouble here. Could be in some trouble, Mr. Bob. Very solid against Morwa. But where to put the bishop? No good square, actually. c5 is interesting. Though that's double-edged. It could actually come in and hurt me. Come back to hurt me, is what I'm trying to say. Wow, look at that pawn structure Jeroen has. That looks ugly. Okay, move 11 with the standard book position. I take back, put his queen on f7. Hitting my pawn. But I was looking for that. I was looking at something there anyway. Let's say here. Whoops. One of the reasons why I played queen d3, I mean a3, was to play queen d3. Maybe bishop takes knight and try to control the dark squares. Double-edged. Horizon fell for a trap, which I was setting up. Knight b5. Now pawn takes. Gives up my center. He's threatening a4. g4. Very subtle. Knight takes d2. I guess I can play knight takes d2. Now queen h5. The delayed queen h5. I don't know why he just didn't go there in the first place. Threats abound here, but white does have a pretty good space advantage. Now, unfortunately for Bob, I can come back and get him on the diagonal. That looks pretty dangerous. This was just kind of an intuitive temporary pawn sacrifice, I would call it. Now here, do we want to consider something crazy, like taking with the F pawn to open the F file? It wasn't my original plan, I'll leave it at that, but definitely worth considering. Extremely anti-positional for black. Now what? Standard looking position. Again, the knight e4 thing I don't want to see. So let's see, knight e5, take, take. c5 is on its way, I would assume. You know, at some point very soon. So what am I supposed to do here? We need to do something with that on the way, right? I'm doing the same setup in every single game, it looks like. I don't know what to do here against Clash Kid. It looks like an equal position to me. We're solid against Mr. Coffee. Gave up the bishop pair there. Acerbate is playing for a kind of classic plan, bishop g5, but he can't do that with my knight on f3. g6, knight g7, etc., etc. I think I need to play a5. The toilet bowl. Well, the toilet bowl, that's like a pawn structure. Alright. This bishop g4 is pretty nasty. He does have a knight marooned on a6, but he has compensation. What should I do? Just hang out, I guess. For lack of a better plan. Okay, your ruined structure is horrible. The structure from outer space. Played f5. I don't know. Alright. My first Philidor in my life. It looks like something like that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Balian played a surprising move, queen a5. I was expecting b5. Don't bring your queen out early, that's what they say. James trying to trap my bishop, but I have bishop e4. Then he has knight g5. Then I have bishop h6. This is a good move. Today was a good day, according to Ice Cube. Put my bishop on the long diagonal and take things. So Horizon is sacrificing his queen. 2 pieces for the queen. We can get an e5, we're in good shape, though. I don't know, we'll have another plan, really. Alright. Vicious has some... He has some weaknesses in the position, but I don't really have an obvious plan. Maybe a4, but at the same time, my pieces get a little restricted there. What is my plan here, guys? Double the rooks and hope something good happens. Alright. So queen d3, temporarily defending said pawn. Then rook b8. Try to get our pawn back. We've got the check. And obviously we have a really good position, but doesn't seem like Bob is dead. Doesn't appear Bob is dead directly. And I mean, there may be something said about not playing bishop h3 right away. There may be more constructive moves I can play. I'm not sure. Okay, very strong control of c6 in this one against Cam. Here we won the queen, so let's Let's trade some more pieces off, huh? 95. B5 breaks. We want to play B5 breaks on the queen side. H4. That's a kind of crazy random attacking plan. Crazy random. No doubt the move 11 and I are still in. We're still in the theory here. Get your Rouser books out. Now knight h4, knight f5. Take your time, guys, please. c4 for more. Wah. Maybe I put my bishop on d4 now. However, he can play c5 and then plant a bishop on d6. I'm not sure I'm that excited about that. Let's nod and say we did. What about knight d7? Is that a threat? Knight b7 is definitely a problem. Lost the threat against Lord Jesus there. Pretty surprising move a5 from GQ. And then your ruin's position is ugly structurally. Galabote took a long time to play a4. He's just controlling the b5 square, so he has an outpost. I mean, that's pretty standard. I'm just trying not to get into ridiculous time pressure here. Bishop a3. The g6 pawn looks like a big target, but my e4 is hanging. All book, all the time. Move 11, a big theoretician. So, am I supposed to go back to c7? Or knight d7? I don't remember. What would Ben Feingold do? Feingold, a player who played this with black. I know several American grandmasters. Alex Scherzer, Michael Wilder. Back in the 90s and 80s. The late 80s, early 90s. A lot of Americans played the Richter Rouser with black. A whole generation of grandmasters. Alright, now is bishop c2 avoiding the exchange bishops a thing? Probably not. I want to do this break on the queen side. Nefedov, apparently terrified of f4. He's going outside the box to play g5. He's like, I don't want to see f4. But if my opponent does something like that, I mean, it makes me want to play f4 all that much more. It feels like I should play it anyway, you know. But this is risky. Maybe it's too risky. We'll see. Yeah, I wish I had more time to really think it over, to be honest. What about my queen here? I'm not seeing where my queen belongs in this type of position. Just not seeing it. Where does the queen belong? Queen up front? No. I don't know, guys, what to do here. This is probably in classic book. He's giving up 2 rooks for the queen in this position. Wow. Probably not clear at all, like, if that's good or bad for me. I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. Endgame land. Okay, here we're just happy to be up material. Completing the old development. Trading stuff might be good with no time left. I wish you guys would get in Time Pressure for a change. Now this guy's been very tough. Demetrius. I guess we should think about castling queenside. Really, like, where do you put the queen here? I'm a little concerned about knight f4 type of stuff. Double-edged position, obviously. Morois. Well, I would have b6, maybe. Wasn't my original plan. And now the whole position changed drastically here. I've got some white square weaknesses I've got to be thoughtful about. Yeah, I mean, I might even walk into tactics there. But I think I can deal with that. Okay, Bob. Take your time, guys. Bob, do I want to trade pieces here against you? I was thinking something kind of funkadelic. So, b6. Nefedov, outside the box play with the g5. Knight c6, or do we trade bishops then knight c6? It's okay. Now there's some questions. Bishop takes f3. Castle's queenside is probably like a Grandmaster game, straight out of some famous book somewhere. I mean, that's what I was taught, you know, but I've always found these positions to be rather double-edged, to be honest. Seems a pity to put my knight there. Why would I put it on? Why don't I put it on d5? Actually, well, it's going to be hard to get rid of the bishop that way. So, what is up here? This is really, really messy. Bishop b4. Knight e5 now starts to take on a new meaning. Trading pieces. He went back. I kind of forgot you could do that. All right. It's all right. Knight h7, violent tendencies. Guys don't have to move fast just because I move fast. I wanted to hit some new avenues against Mr. Bob. Yes, sirree. Any yes, sirree, Bob. Pure coincidence. Anyway, that's a strong move. I saw that. I was a little worried about it, to be frank. To be frank, Bob. Giroud just blundered. He will occasionally get caught out with an overt blunder. But Abilians is hanging on. Pretty tough here. Okay. Targeting my a2 pawn in a sense. In a sense. So what am I doing here? James seems very strong. H4, all book. Knight d7, preemptive knight d7. This is a lot like a Scheveningen. I'm not loving that. Not loving that too much. Another thing I'm not loving here is losing control of the C file, to be honest with you. All right, Mr. Coffee. All these weird coincidences. I say Mr. and Mr. Coffee's game pops up. I say yes sirree and Bob pops up. Strange. Okay, B6. That's pretty restrained. Probably too restrained. What happened? Knight F6. Well, he's sort of trying to set up little tricks, I think. We did manage to get some kind of coordination going on here. Queen is almost coordinated. All our pieces are coordinated again. Well, take back. I don't know, I'm just running out of time now. What happened? G3, F6. Rook takes or pawn takes? Pawn takes. Pawn takes kind of appeals. I want to play C4. Take your time, guys. B5 was my original plan. Alright, Max Damian, I'm going to take a draw here. It's pretty messy. I think I'm okay, but in the time control, anything could happen if I decide to play out there. Alright, draw is cool with me. I like my draws. I've been known to take a draw. A few too many. Problem is H5. Well, it's coming no matter what I do. I mean, I just don't have that much counterplay here. I mean, maybe I should play D5. Maybe I should have played it earlier, actually. Is it too late? It feels like it's too late. Need to just batten down the hatches and try to survive this attack. F4. Oh, man. I think that's too late, too. Speaking of too late, Bishop F4, perhaps. There's no pin anyway. Masturbate, like, just castling. I mean, just playing F5 into this attack, probably suicide. Kamikaze. B5 is a debatable move, but interesting. Kind of jeopardizing your structure, but giving you counterplay at the same time. Interesting. Well, I mean, I can't just do nothing. Rook C8. I don't know what to do, guys. Okay, so now Bishop A3. Galabote actually trading off my bad bishop there. I think that's a questionable exchange. Not a fatal mistake, but you could argue that that's not the right strategic idea. Really tough game here. I mean, he sacked a pawn, but white is hanging super tough. Let's go to F1. I haven't seen this game from... Jacob used a lot of time. I haven't seen this game forever. I'm threatening knight C5. We'll lock down and then play A4. So Balian. what to do, man. I have to move. Maybe we can play 92, actually. Does it matter? This is probably better. What's my plan there? Okay. So move 11 with a vicious kingside attack. My years of playing the black side of the Skaveningen hopefully will come in handy here. 95. Now queen back to d8. I mean, it's time for c4, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. And now a4 before it's too late. Now here we just want to be very cautious and safe. Horizon has a crazy amount of time there. We're penetrating Bob's position with a very strong knight maneuver. James exchanged on c6. I guess I should take with the rook. It's not ridiculous to take with the pawn, though. I'm playing for breaks here. e5. But Acerbate lost his lunch money here. His lunch money is gone. Come out with your lunch money. But you get mugged in high school for your lunch money. Alright. Not that it ever happened to me, but you hear stories about that. Alright. So now what? Don't know what to do. I'm getting desperate. Maybe c6 is the wrong idea there. Bishop takes e4. Rook takes e4. That's the other obvious possibility. I'm a little worried about my a2 pawn. What's up? Knight g3 going to my king side. Leave my king side out of this. Knight h4, that's a good plan. So that's very strong, actually. Knight there again with the violent tendencies. Knight h7. I'd like to see an exchange of bishops right about now. What do you guys think? That's got to go. That's really got to go. I mean, that's a strong knight. Now if you'd have played bishop e6. We don't know where anybody's castling here. This game has just begun to get interesting. I have no idea what to do. Try to keep our options open. Acerbate in big trouble here. Big trouble. Walking into a pretty standard attack. Okay, c4. Right. And let's develop a piece. Try to keep him paralyzed on the C file there. Soltigo. I don't really like knight a5 happening. Try to get our sort of trash compactor working here. A5. A5 is interesting. That's all part of the trash compactor. But if he takes first, I'll lose that pawn. Let's not make a bad mistake. B4. Tricky. I don't know. Now, rook check. Mr. Coffee gone for the throat with F5. Okay. Well, I can understand you. Can relate to that. All right, trying to get some counterplay. Superficially, I like my position, but dude has some counterplay. Now knight c4. I want that knight out of there. That was the whole plan. But perhaps I should wait a moment and complete a little more development here. I don't know. All right. So maybe we've got a knight on e6. That's good. Very strong attack. Knight on d7 is good. What happened? Yeah, this is some craziness. Okay, we take with the queen. Looks like we're in trouble against Lord Jesus Christ, strategically speaking. What's the plan now? Queen there? Awkward. Awkward. Get my own queen trapped? Is that a good idea? It's not that easy to trap my queen. Famous last words. So the trash compactor in full force here. On the queen side, he's on my h-pawn. Now what happened? Alright, I want to get my king in the game. Yes, I saw that. The cheapo knight b4. Hopefully that's the only cheapo. And rook f1. Yeah, he's obviously preparing to play something like f4 himself. Not so easy to play though. Should play b5, I guess, while the playing's good. So Bob, not so surprisingly, played king back. Knight e6. He's basically in a lot of trouble here. A world of hurt, you might say. James very solid. Looks pretty equal. Got our c4 in. I don't have a lot of tactics today, do I? h3. Okay, this is just a crazy thing Black did. He sacrificed material there. Already that material, but more additional material. More means additional. I'm sure you're aware of that. I don't know if I should play h6 against Parmenides or not. Slightly awkward pin there on the d file. And my knight is almost trapped here, which I'm not too thrilled about. Rook d1. We're just hanging on. How about this? g3, knight e6. Chop, chop, chop. Or queen e7. Chop, 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 chop. I don't really like either of those options. How about here? All of the above or none. Okay, let's move it along. Bishop takes. Now he's on my d4 pawn. Everlasting compensation. What am I supposed to do? Okay, guys. 2 wins, 2 draws, no losses. There will be losses, don't worry. Promise. Promise you. Rook e8. Stay active. Hopefully good things will happen. But I'm impressed by Black thus far here. I don't like my bishop getting picked off by some tactics and stuff. Okay. h5. Threatening to kill me, basically. b5, g6. Bishop d7. What to do? I mean, we're just coming under a very strong counterattack. Well, I wouldn't call it a counterattack, actually. It's just an attack. Straight up attack. Man, Kappa Man has enough time there. Nefedov, I'm only accepting this draw because of my time pressure. Alright, it's a great game. Very unclear position. I'm taking a draw or two to kind of just make sure we don't lose on the clock. Got to break out against Morwa. Here we're down our pawn. We're up a pawn, but that pawn is really difficult to keep protected. D5, I guess. Man, I don't know what else to do, but the knight is like killing me. Queen e2, very awkward move. That doesn't seem right. D5 also doesn't seem right, but I've got to do something. Okay, some sort of counterplay, perhaps. Just playing blitz. Bishop e4, I did think about that. Awkward. That is awkward. An awkward structure, to say the least. Okay. Now, a4, anyone? Let's go for it. The knight a5. Eight minutes to strengthen the bishop d8 Najdorf maneuver. That's nice. Strengthen the trash compactor. Knight b6, chop chop. It's a plan. It is a plan. Rook f1. Okay, now what? I'm just going to hang out, try to make some quick moves, and look for some blunders. Blunder hunting. Can we get some blunders from you guys? Very strong attack. What's next here? Having trouble coming up with a good plan. It's a little awkward. Alright, I don't know what to do. I'm in some time pressure there. This game, not really seeing it. B4. No, you don't want to exchange pieces. Why? Okay. Very well. Maybe we go back to C8. Hesitating. Definitely hesitating. Man. Bob's king is in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, this looks pretty equal. Here's d5. Or not. A clear position. Take the pawn. Okay, I put my queen out there, and I don't know what it does. This is sort of a weird idea. Knight e5, and then rook b8, knight takes c6. Losing a piece or something? No, that's actually pretty good. Alright. Actually has c5. I don't know what I should do. Okay, not much time left. Let's just go. Stop blitzing me. That's got to go. Not for draw here. I'm slightly better, actually, but I'm getting low on time. Acerbate is in a lot of trouble. Rook takes h7, queen h5. Ooh, queen h5 looks murderous. Draw. That game's too unclear. All right. A lot of these games are just too hard to play with this time control. Okay, we got to be careful here, actually. Queen's off changes the position quite a bit. Queen b6. Let's go. Internet connection. Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob, but that rook is hanging? Oh man, I don't. How long has that been hanging there? For a while, huh? Acerbate getting mated. Now b5. Mr. Donkey. That was the name of Charlie Hurtan, a friend of mine. He created it and a U.S. Chess Federation membership called Mr. Donkey. Literally did that. That's crazy. That's not a normal thing to do. Okay. An over-the-board membership. This is mate. This is mate. Shortly. Classic Czech Benoni. Okay, c5, anyone? Sort of risky business. But he only, lived once. Alright, he closed the center now. It's a Roy Lopez. Just your classic Roy Lopez. Not a great one either. I mean, I don't have any counterplay, man. I think I messed up. Wow, f4. Tricky. Tricky situation. Wow, Soltigo got in d5. That's what I've been like the whole game, hoping not to allow. That's good. Good to know I allowed that. Not really the right idea. Man, that was not good. Okay. So b4, a5, taking the initiative on the queen side. Here it's mate in 2. Draw is not going to do it here. Not for Horizon. Okay, knight f3. That's actually pretty irritating. Take g6. What am I supposed to do now? Maybe I should play e4 and actually close the position. Okay, I can take on c4 now. Running out of time. Mate. GG. Let's go internet connection. Wow, that was a long time. Knight back. Got some really bad lag suddenly. What is with this, man? I gotta have a discussion with Comcast. Okay, bishop takes c4. There's like literally no other devices in my house that are on. So g6, really good play by Abelian. I think he's handled this pretty well. This game is also super tough. Sakaria kind of lost the initiative here. Losing track of how many pieces I have in this one. Surprised I'm not up more, actually. Not thrilled with the way that became Roy Lopez. Okay, let's just give him something, because that knight is annoying. This actually looks pretty tough to make progress. Maybe it's just a draw. I guess I could play rook b3 check. I can't believe the time pressure, though. Nobody like takes any time at all, you know, which makes it very hard for me to play the simuls. This move I missed. That's pretty stupid to overlook that move. I mean, in all honesty, I didn't see castles queenside. It didn't even enter my mind. I mean, the whole game I thought it was like crazy to castle queenside. But at this point, maybe it's not crazy anymore. Never would have imagined queenside castling at any earlier point in the game. My bishop is strangely placed. I think I actually have to play e4 before it's too late. I have to lock the king side now. I don't know who's better in that one. Bishop, 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 knight, bishop. What's up? Queen d5? Mr. Coffee putting some pressure on me. Now, if I take, I'm going to lose stuff. Alright, we're just up too much material there. But we have no time. It's crushing. 4 wins, 5 draws, no losses. I'm sure there'll be some losses. Don't worry. Coming your way soon. What's happening here? Does anybody know? Well, I know a knight is coming to visit. That's not cool. Wow, look at that king, man. That is nasty. Really great game by Abelian. It's absolutely held me to equal game here. What looked like a better opening for white isn't so impressive. Gonna need to be creative in this one. Where's my knight gonna go? Crazy stuff. Very little time, actually. Mostly because of my wonderful internet connection making it worse, but still. Yeah. Freeing move. Do you guys ever get into time pressure, or is it just me? Soltigo absolutely out of the woods here. Man, that's just terrible. Ruined my position there. We had a really good bind, and I just absolutely booted it. Not happy for that. All right. Mr. Coffee avoiding the trade of queens, so he's trying to take the initiative here, if you will. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm getting too low on time to just think. No thinking allowed. It looks like we dropped a piece there with white. Black's absolutely equal now. Even better. Man, nice game by Balian. It's definitely not 1100. Wow, am I like lost here? What the heck? I think I'm actually like close to lost now. Where did this come from? He uses no time too. I'm just really about to flag. No, I appreciate resignations if you guys have lost, like totally lost positions. Queen d8 now. What am I thinking of? Maybe stupid things. Alright, I don't know. I just have to play blitz. Whatever. You know, whatever. This knight is strong. Soltigo did what? Rook fe8. Now that's a problem for me. Everything's a problem for me here. I don't like my position anymore. That's a strong knight, sir. It's a very strong knight, sir. Bishop there. Okay. What next? I don't know what to do. I'm gonna lose on time. All these games. I got very bad lag, so pretty nasty stuff. For a draw there, I'm in desperate trouble on the clock. Bishop takes c5. He has 97. This is like a trap, basically. Bad night. Slightly worse ending, I guess, for me. Possible my internet just makes me lose all my games on time, guys. I apologize if that happens. Going crazy there. Speaking of going crazy. Alright. Do I have f4? Knight h4 with a crazy attack. Parmenides plays like a monster against me, you know? He has a bad score, but absolutely plays like a monster. Here, king g2. Don't know. Some material there. Okay. Take your time, guys. Don't make me lose on time. The guy's got ridiculous time. I'm just gonna flag all my games. I'm afraid my internet is just... Please take your time. My internet's just gonna make me flag all games. Here. Alright. Was this a blunder? Afraid I just blundered here. Getting fancy because I missed I missed that move. Stupid blunder. I just dropped a piece against Clash Kid. Forgot he take the other way. Tragic. Queen takes, rook takes. Whew, this guy is strong, man. Wow, dude. It's like playing a GM. Alright. I'm just facing immediate moves from all my opponents, but I can't seem to make a move as fast as them in response because of my overall lag. It's a big problem. Alright. If you don't mind, don't move instantaneously. Alright. I'm losing. I just lost the piece. No, I didn't. He didn't take with the pawn. Clash Kid. Did not take with the pawn on f6. Wasn't that winning material? Like on the spot? He's also in time pressure, but that's pretty crazy. Bishop d7? Bishop d7. Pretty strong simul, yeah? Weak simul. Not everyone. I mean, they play strong, but... winning an exchange there. Okay. Horizon's time management is pretty dubious. I don't know about that move. Alright, so we've got a very nasty square and a strong knight there. What's up? Stopping the check. I don't know why the simul seems to be worse for me on time. I guess just the lag. The level of lag that I have is making this impossible to deal with. Usually my lag hasn't been this bad, but it's basically almost impossible to deal with. White's play in this game was outrageously good. Alright. This is over. Horizon should take his time earlier. So I have like no time to think. Nice move. Nice move. Wow, he just sidesteps tactics there. So c3, b5. I can't exchange queens on his terms here. Should be winning. Hard to come up with a plan here now. Or what with a really creative solution to that problem there. I'll take a draw here. Sorry guys, such bad time pressure with the lag. I'm kind of forced to take a lot of draws. Alright. Man, going forward with f4, slightly risky move. Wow. Really amazing technique by this player. What is his rating? 1842. He was in a lot of trouble. Now he's like outplayed me majorly. Bishop f6. That's a crushing move. That looks like a problem. Wow. Man, I'm in trouble. To bishop f6. f5. Here. Right. This looks pretty close. We had the better structure, theoretically. My queen is attacked. My queen is trapped yet? Oh my god. What? My queen is trapped on f7? That's crazy. I had queen f8. I just panicked. I forgot I had queen f8. That's unfortunate. Alright, taking draws where I can get them. Don't even do this to me. What is it doing? Man, that's crazy. Alright, horizon. Grabbing a couple queens. h6. I panicked in that other game. Alright, guys. We'll take the draws in the positions that are close if you want. But I got to get back to my simul now. Man. Alright, the lag is just out of control. Stir coffee. Where is the games? Where is my games? I know it wasn't trapped. I had queen f8, but I panicked. Here's one. I can't go back to my simul. It's like, so lichess won't let me. It just won't let me get back. There's one. I just can't handle all these games with this lag. It wasn't trapped. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that now. But take back had like 15 minutes. Like a crushing time advantage that I couldn't deal with. Actually, everyone does. I just can't with this lag. It's impossible to deal with it. Okay, that's really rude, dude, to offer a draw here. I think it's just extremely unsportsmanlike from this guy, Horizon. I wouldn't, you know, want to play him again. That's just really, really incorrect. Alright, we'll take the draw here. If I could click on it. I'm worse there, maybe. I can't click on it. It won't even let me. Alright. I'm probably going to lose on time. The remaining games. Just can't move fast enough. Alright, 24 minutes for this guy. I am in a lot of trouble there. Move 11 played a masterful game. I got really sick lag though. I take back has massive time. I just can't play that. Wow, great game by Abelian. Clash Kid and I both in time pressure. Now here, Lichess has a crazy time too. I mean, I can't make moves, you know. Is that mate? Finally. Okay, we're in the World of Hurt here. World of Hurt against move 11. Probably losing. I don't understand how I can't make moves. Just freezes, you know, like every single move. This is a great move by move 11. Every single move I'm just like frozen. Just frozen for 30 seconds at least. The time just kind of disappears. Well, I mean, it's nice to offer draw here, take back, but you're probably winning. I mean, I don't expect you to do that, like if you're really like winning. I just made a blunder in that game. Right, we're a little better against Galabote actually in reality there. Now this move. Don't know what's going on there anymore. Gotta get my king. King out. It's more we have a little bit of time left. This lag though is just crushing me. This is the worst. I've been doing these streams for like 3 years. This is the worst I've ever seen it. It's just out of control. Like where's my next game? I don't have a move. What about Clash Kid? He's really low on time. He has to make a move. He's down to 16 seconds. You had 0 in your game, so I didn't feel bad offering. Okay. We're taking. Maybe Clash Kid has lag too. Alright. This looks pretty equal. We're a little bit better structurally. This is winning. Man, but the time there was like ridiculous. Okay, here I'm worse. He has a crushing trick. There's not a lot I can do about it. Pawn takes. Well, let's try to sack our queen. I have like no counterplay against the Balian transit system. None. This looks really bad against move 11 too. We'll probably lose those 2 games. Here we're better, obviously, though it's not. He's actually threatening a family fork. Maybe we're not better. It was nice being better when I was, but how do I get out of this family fork? I just can't. It's just a draw, probably. Wow. What to do there? This is probably a draw. This knight ending, even though I'm up a pawn and enunciating my brains out. Can we put up any resistance there? Knight takes d5 check. No. Here. Coming back. And c4. Just depending on my internet connection, got really losing 20 seconds per move. I have to move like instantaneously. Just lost the exchange here. He's trading knights now. That doesn't seem right. That's probably like losing. A Balian with a mate threat. I mean, obviously I'm in a big trouble here. Queen e6 check. That's pretty nasty. I don't know if I can actually win this, but I'm theoretically better. e4. Probably play for a draw there. Rook takes or bishop takes? Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn takes. Well, either way, I'm probably lost. I mean, I saw it, but there wasn't anything I could do about it. Other than that, it's great. Alright. Wasn't anything to do about it. Clash Kid. But my lag is insane. I don't know what's causing it to be so ridiculous. This is like probably winning for me now. Move 11 setting up horrible, nasty threats. That's a problem. F5 check takes, king over. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that. That's probably not the best idea, huh? GQ gets away. He had pressure, though. I mean, objectively, he really had pressure. Yeah, I don't have enough. I'm going to lose this game. If I'm going to lose anything, it's going to be this one. Just down material. Well, we can kind of zugzwang him, Nem. No? Like Nem. Like it's Hungarian. Okay. Speaking a little Hungarian on the stream, guys. We gotta hold our pawn. Now we're lucky in this one to be alive, because I thought I was close to toast there. Knight takes, check. Also rook takes. Rook takes is not a stupid idea. Now I have c4. c4, king e4. Is he going to save this? Oh my god. So I have to come back. What? Abelian's just threatening to mate me. Okay. This looks like a draw. Should I take it, though? Am I going to have problems? Will we liberate his bishop for him? A4. Speaking of draws. Alright, now c4. Hate taking that piece. Clash Kid is a very good endgame player. Not really sure what I should do here. I guess F3. I think we're in big trouble there. We're first here against Lichess. Righteous. He's got counterplay against my E3 pawn, man, instantly. But he can't do that right away. But I don't know what to do. Mutual paralysis. This is just objectively drawn, I guess. Lord Jesus Christ. Terrible situation for me. King up, A4, then he gets his rook behind. So I need some good technique here. Let's get our rook behind his passed pawn first. Okay, lichess is going to lose. Now, check. Abelian goes for the pawn. Oh, I'm down a piece. Wait. When did I drop my piece? How long have I been down a piece here? He just took a piece. Sorry, man. I would have resigned. I just didn't recapture on b7. I got distracted. I would have resigned if I was realizing I was down a piece. So that's the only game I lost. Wow. Very nice by Abelian. I just totally spaced on the recapture. It happens from time to time. This looks like a draw. I just didn't realize. I didn't realize that I hadn't recaptured. Right. I guess this is a draw. There's some tricks, though. He's got a nasty little trick. I have to come home and actually be careful not to lose. Man, come on, move 11. Don't flag me. Don't flag me. No flaggings. Got terrible lag. Alright, what's next? Man, this is nasty. This is really nasty. I guess bishop c5. I mean, I don't know. What should I do? I'm going to lose that. That's for sure lost. Winning this. Okay, that's a pretty crazy move to come up with, dude, honestly. Who would even think of that move? Right. I don't know who would even think of that move, honestly. Marwa has this insane resource. Wow. Okay, check, stay in the box. We did what? Oh, check and get behind it. Check and get behind. So, Abelian, congratulations for the win. This looks drawish. You played a good game, and I'm sorry for the way that it ended, because it was pretty silly, but it happens sometimes. There's nothing we can do about that. And I'm in a world of hurt here. Actually, bishop f8 should probably be played. There's still some drawing chances there. I think we still have some fortress chances. And basically, he should be getting mated right about now. But that outside pawn is pretty dangerous. Let's see, rook b3. Yeah, it's pretty awkward, actually. Now I have to sort of find a way to survive here against move 11. My only chance. This move. Yeah. Okay, I'm not losing here, too. Alright. We go for the Blockadovic. But he's got that stupid trap. I don't know what to do. This is just a terrible situation. I'm busted. Move 11 with another masterful game. I have to be lost here. Just paralyzed. Galabota has a lot of time. We're off for the draw. I mean, I have no chances to win there. We got ridiculous amount of draws, but it's better than losing. Rook takes a4. Okay, this should be losing a pawn. It's not the best idea in the world. Let's not do that and say we did. Alright, you can have your a pawn. I'm going to break out here. This is probably a mistake. Well, he just let me mate him. Play too fast, though. Where is the mate? Could we have a chance to survive against move 11? Looks really nasty. That should be a draw. It's a pretty nasty situation here against Lord. This is probably a draw. Well, it is a draw. I should be more confident. This is a draw with correct play, I guess. Though maybe I could have tried a better move. Bishop e5 threatening back, or bishop a4 threatening bishop d1. Would have been a better try. It's still a draw. So, move 11 in time. In the house. Hanging on by a thread here. Absolute thread. We lost one to Abelian. We've got g5 now. Wonder about g5 in some situations. g5, f5. g5 takes here. I have to make a move. Got to do something. Only live once. It's always amusing, like I try to always make the last game against... Okay, this is a bit problematic, actually. That's a draw. Good game. Okay, that rook ending, I let that pawn get down on the 7th rank. That wasn't really the best idea. How did he achieve that? We should have counterplay, though. I'll have f5 breaks with a very strong counterplay. If he tries to run the other way with his king. I can't take his pawn, but when his king comes across, I will have stuff. Wow, rook e2 is a disturbing move. Maybe I have h5. I can go up with my king too. I think this should be a draw, but I've managed to be slightly worse. h5 himself. Do I have counterplay here against move 11? There is f6 check. We'll have to be on the lookout for that. This could prove to be a very complicated ending against Lord Jesus Christ. Wow, this could actually prove to be a total fortress, in fact. It's getting really fortress-like. I'm not sure about it, though. Rook d3. Try to stay as active as I can against Clash Kid. Taking this pawn, we have to stay. Okay, this is a draw. Feel kind of lucky with that. I was close to losing that too. This is just a draw. So 9 wins, 12 losses, 12 draws, excuse me. One loss to Abelian. That was a tough game where I forgot to make a recapture. He was better though. But it took me like 5 moves to realize I had dropped a bishop. It does happen from time to time. Clash Kid usually famous for being like the last game. He also made a donation, a very generous donation. Good game, GQ. Generous donation of 1,000 bits today. So if anybody deserves to be the last game, move 11, like continuing to break through. Man, I'm gonna cry soon. He just keeps coming up with moves. I don't think I can defend this anymore. I just don't think I can defend this. Just too much pressure. Grandmasterly technique. What am I supposed to do here? Try to get some counterplay, but it's probably too late. No material, just positional advantage for move 11. Plays really well. So in China, what time is it in China? Yeah, good question. It's pretty late. Where's my next game? Lord of Jesus Christ. He took on A7. Okay, this is a tough theoretical position. I think I'm holding against Clash Kid with active rook. But you never know. He's a dangerous customer. B3. Threatening rook A7 to win a pawn. Sorry about the lag, guys. Kind of brutalized me today. Now, it's funny, like, it looks like now, with the less games, my lag is back to normal. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, suddenly, when I'm not playing 25 people, my lag isn't bad anymore. Is that just a coincidence? I mean, it couldn't possibly affect the lag, right? Like, the amount of games that I'm playing on lichess. But it's weird. The last couple of moves, it just suddenly like, wow, where's my lag? You know, King F6 is mate. King F8 is probably close to something bad, but we're close to something here, all right. But I guess King D7 should be considered. Don't want to give up hope too early. He has F6. But I might have enough counterplay. If I play King F8, that's another option, you know. Maybe I should have played King F8. But I figured here I have ways of defending as well. Yeah, he went with it. Stop listening to the stream, man. Wow, Clash Kid goes with an active move. Well, wait a second now. Rook A7. Should I play Rook F6 check? King D5. Rook F5 check. King E6. Rook C5. King D6, Rook F5. That's kind of weird. I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of low on time. Against Lord Jesus Christ, I calculated this was a drawn king and pawn endgame. Take, 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 take. King G6, King D6, King G5. But I'm not sure. Would be good to be sure about something for once. I think I'm going to lose against Clash Kid. Maybe not only Clash Kid. Made a very bad judgment there. my only bad judgment, too. Okay, now I have to defend my pawn. This is very awkward. Man, it just wins easily for move 11 now. That was really dumb. I just handed him the game. If I had played king f8, I might have been able to save the game. But this was really a masterful game. He's playing like 2200 or above. Maybe there's still some bizarre hope. I don't know what to do. Looks really bad. Probably hopeless. H5, A4. Four pawns each and a rook ending. Anyway, move 11 deserves the win. I mean, he just had me outplayed the whole game. All theory. White always had the advantage. Playing like God. Move 11. Playing like God. Lord Jesus Christ playing like God. Take, 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 take. King G6. King, King Race looked like a draw to me. Of course, I didn't see this. Speaking of God. Now we're going to have to, like, really pray. Speaking of God. Start saying your prayers. I mean, King E4 looks like suicide. But maybe not. I have to stay active here. I mean, I don't know what to do exactly. Just some waiting move, I guess. Some waiting move. King F6 here. Maybe there's still chances to hold the draw against Clash Kid. I'm not thrilled about it, but maybe he should have taken with the pawn. Pawn takes was scarier. King F2, pawn takes. I have check, and he was worried about the rook coming across. It's true, but I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. Please support the stream with donations, bit donations. You can support the stream with PayPal. We had a nice donation from Niels. Clash Kid, a bit donation today. Thanks, guys. The next stream will be tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is like a nightmare. It's like your worst nightmare. You're literally like your worst chess nightmare. Pawn on the 7th. If I had played King F8, I mean, is he going to be able to win this game? Here? Like, seriously? He's still better, but there's no mates. I mean, I don't know. That was really dumb. Extremely dumb of me to do that. Extreme dumbness. This looks really bad, though. Rook H5. There are 3 games remaining. Let's check out the others. We got 5 minutes here. Okay, Rook H5. Chop, chop. I have a bad feeling about this. And I have a bad feeling about this. You guys are just too good at endgames. Alright. Now this one feels like it should be a draw, actually, but it's very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. I don't think move 11 needs a lot of time for this. Looks too easy, frankly. I'm about to... Mr. Coffee, thanks for the donation. Alright. I guess this was a silly plan. Silly plan. Man, I'm toast here. Only down one pawn in this rook ending, but it feels pretty tricky. He's got a lot of space with a very well centralized king. That's concerning. He moved his king again, kind of boxing me out. Well, one would just think that I have to go after his pawns. My rook is bad, so we try to activate as much as possible. Very, very technical ending. I mean, it may well be lost. This as well. Same thing applies here. Why can't I have better endgames? Why do I have to be losing these? I have to be worse than on my endgames. Acer, silly plan, b8. He found it. He found the move. Now rook h8 and it's all over. Rook h8 resigns. I'm just kidding. I'm paralyzed. Can't lose a second pawn. I mean, as long as I can just move my bishop back and forth, I guess it should be a fortress draw. Maybe this is a draw. Rook there. Oh, I see. Now I get it. Guess we're all done here. I guess I could put my bishop on a5 and then move my rook back and forth. That's awesome. Like bishop a5 and then rook g6, rook e6, rook g6, rook e6. It looks like a classic blockade. I don't think there's anything he can do about that. But I'm afraid this one may be over. Just perfect technique from Clash Kid. I shouldn't have lost this game. It was ridiculous. I was better. Going into the end game, he had a weakness on c6. It's just a disgrace how bad my technique is. How to lose like a better rook ending. Now, this is devastating. I hate like losing all the last games. I'll just resign. I've been lost there for 20 moves against move 11. This is probably just lost too. Although I guess I have an obligation to play this out a little bit. This looks like a draw, actually. I don't think that Lord Jesus Christ can make progress. It's just a physical fortress. Rook g6, rook e6, rook g6, rook e6. Yeah, this is just a dead draw. He can't get his king into the position. I guess he could, though, if he put the king on e6, but I always just go rook e6 then. If my king's on g8, it's still the same thing. I lost a very silly position last year in a similar kind of situation when I was tired, but same thing could happen here. Anyway, guys, lots of draws. 9 wins, 13 draws, 2 losses. Just a theoretical loss in this position. Yeah, I should just resign. Fortressville. No, I'm just going to resign this. This is lost. Great endgame technique by Clash Kid as always. That was sad, though. I mean, I was slightly better. I just thought it was a draw before when I played e4. But his technique is legendary. He's very, very strong in endgame. Queen versus rook is winning by theory unless fortress. Yeah, this is a fortress, though. Now, if I didn't have the bishop, I would be lost in this position because I need that, you know. Obviously, if you take all the stuff on the queen side off, it's just a draw, you know. But the point is I can just go here, here, and 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 here, just forever. Rook e6, rook g6, rook e6, rook g6. His king can't penetrate inside the area. Clash Kid said I shouldn't have won this game. I had a win earlier with f3, e4, and d5. Well, I don't know about that stuff, but I know that I shouldn't have lost, Clash Kid. But your endgame technique is excellent. I was pressed for time. But I admit that I was worse after I played e4. But I became kind of desperate because of the clock situation. I could have played f3 and e4. But I mean, you would capture. It's not so easy for me to win, I think. I'm not sure it's so easy to win. King takes g6, Lord Jesus Christ. King takes g6. My pawn is pinned. Anyway, good games today, guys. This is a fortress. I've got the bishop on a5. You know, that could be useful in some situations. But really good game by Move 11 against the Bailey, and he was also played well, putting me under pressure, dropped a piece. Happens sometimes that you don't remember to make a recapture. I played bishop b7 and forgot to take back, and then it took me 4 moves to realize, wait, why am I down a bishop here? With d5, my rooks were pinned. But the problem is, how can I play e4 without you capturing like on e4? I mean, didn't you have f5? Can't you just capture twice on e4? In that, Clash Kid? I don't think he's going to make a progress. Make a progress. Check. I mean, I can also just move my king to g7. I mean, there's really no reason I have to move my rook, is there? Technically, I can play king g7. Looks like he's having fun with it, though. You're not going anywhere. You can go to d7 if you want to, but it still doesn't change anything. You can go anywhere you want. I'm just trying to think, like, hypothetically how I could lose this. I mean, I can't imagine how I could lose without doing something absurd. You know? I'm very lucky, like, not to lose this game, period, but it's instructive fortress. Materially, he's only up a tiny, advantage of like one pawn. He has a queen for rook and bishop, which is basically one pawn, but it's not enough here. So g6 or something. What do you want to try? I mean, I can also play, like I said, rook here. Rook here is good. Well, I just don't think there's a physical way to win. It doesn't matter if you're Magnus or a 2000 player, You can move your pieces around, but there just isn't a physical way to win. Black isn't down that much material for that to be really possible. I guess theoretically I should leave my rook on e6 just to be on the safe side. I mean, the queenside pieces are basically irrelevant. If anything, it's just a bonus for me because I have that bishop that could occasionally give a check. But if you have this position on the king side with only queen, rook, queen and pawn against rook and pawn, that's a theoretical draw. I think this is just a theoretical draw right here. Take away the stuff on the queen side. You can give away a bishop and a pawn for a pawn, and it's still a draw. We'll wait until move 108. What's 108? Oh, is that the 50 move rule? Okay, guys, tomorrow will be the next stream. Blitz and Rapid Chess tomorrow at 4 p.m. EDT. Thanks, everyone, for watching and subscribing. International Master William Paschall. Also, check out chesslecture.com. They have a great database of, database of chess videos available. New offer of $15 for 3 months. That's a really good deal. Over 500 videos by me. Anyways, also check out my YouTube channel. I do upload the streams over there. Video chess training on YouTube. Congratulations to Move 11, Clash Kid, and Abelian, who were victorious in the Simul today. Sorry for the lag. We had crazy lag. So lots of people, I guess, felt obliged to offer draws. There was one game that I thought my opponent was maybe better who offered a draw. Do you guys remember which one that was? Oh, okay. I was down the exchange against take back. Mubot just became self-aware. It's artificial intelligence. Yeah. The drawest draw to ever been a draw, this position. Very low cent upon loss because of this. Every move is a 0 CPL. Just a force field. You guys, it's a force field. Thanks for the draw, Lord Jesus Christ. We'll go back to the completed Simul, everyone. I did lose 3 games. We had lots of draws. Now I'm experiencing lag again. It's not letting me complete my Simul. Wow. That's weird. I think I'm hanging it. We are hanging right now as we speak. Completed Simul. There it is. So, Clash Kid with an undeserved victory in an equal rook ending. Move 11 with a deserved victory. But I'm curious about the Move 11 game. When I played King D8 or whatever, he was much better according to the computer. Maybe he was winning all the way. I'm not sure. Here, I played Rook F8. Plays what? This is a very unpleasant position. I missed Rook takes F5. What? Here I apparently had a chance to sort of hang on with Rook takes F5. Okay, this move I never even considered. I figured I'm just getting mated. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. I thought this is just stone cold lost for black. King G8. That's interesting. I didn't think that possibility existed, but really good game by Move 11. He really had me under a lot of pressure. I'm surprised there's no games from this position. And the other game, Abelian won. You know, he was also better. So none of these were undeserved except for Clash Kid. But anyway, it was an equal position. I just got in really bad time pressure and did a kind of crazy thing. I shouldn't have played e4. Man, Clash Kid, apparently you had a win. Did you know this? Yeah, of course. He could have won. Okay, so it was a bad game in that respect, too. I made a crazy move here, knight e4. You never should create complications when you don't have time, and I decided to do a crazy thing here. I played knight e4. So, Clash Kid, you deserve to win it. I deserve to win it. You were allowing knight takes c6, and why did I think this was good for me, for you? This was a bad game by us. I missed a clear win, you missed a clear win, and then I lost the ending. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I will be back tomorrow, Monday. It will be Blitz and Rapid Chess here at 4 p.m. EDT. Thanks, Soltiga, for moderating. Great games today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.